All right guys, Jake Flo here, the Habitat Pro. We are looking at Roundup Ready sugar beets next to Roundup Ready corn. And what I want you to see today is 6-week-old sugar beets. That's right, these are 6 weeks old, drilled back at the beginning of June, the second week. But I just came through 5 days ago and broadcast Sweet Feast in here. And you can see those are already up. It's Tuesday right now. That is a Thursday broadcast of Sweet Feast. But these plants are 6 weeks old and took 20 days to emerge. So for those seed blends out there that are including sugar beets with brassicas, the sugar beets just don't have a chance. If you want a food plot with both, that's fine, but you've got to do the sugar beets early. And I would highly suggest Roundup Ready sugar beets. There's just too much competition that you can't kill off in sugar beets if they're not Roundup Ready. So if you can get your hands on them, you go ahead. Planting it next to Roundup Ready corn is good because then you can hit it with Roundup and Stinger together. They are right next door to one another. It's a little sketchy over here on this side because I've got Roundup Ready alfalfa next to my Roundup Ready sugar beets, and alfalfa does not like Stinger. All right, so update on the sugar beet brassica food plot. Now, a lot of you guys have seen the mixes that are marketed out there that have sugar beets in the brassica mix. Terrible idea.
Don't do it.
I have Roundup Ready sugar beets in here for weed control, and they've been planted at the same spacing as the corn. So if you plant them together, you can already see from the math there, sugar beets have no shot. They've got a 20 to 24 day germination period. Brassica blends, 3. And if you are relying on a mix that has sugar beets in it, expecting to get sugar beets, it's just not going to happen. You've got to plant those sugar beets separate. I highly suggest Roundup Ready sugar beets if you can get your hands on them. All right guys, final update here. Bow hunting opener in Minnesota, so middle of September. We have Roundup Ready sugar beets and brassicas in the same food plot. However, this is my final warning to you not to purchase a brassica blend that has sugar beets in it planted at the same time, because these sugar beets, huge, doing great. For comparison, the drill there, these were planted in the middle of June and doing well. I mean, the dandelion up here is crazy, so is the foxtail, but then you come back here and look at this. This is Sweet Feast from Northwoods Whitetails, planted in the same plot, but 6 weeks later, okay? On the right, Roundup Ready sugar beets, June 15th or so. On the left, Roundup Ready sugar beets with Northwoods Whitetails Sweet Feast brassica blend in it, planted the end of July, last week of July. And you can see that's even a little bit early because I've got some of that brassica blend going to seed. So all this should tell you guys is if somebody's telling you you can put sugar beets in the same exact food plot blend as brassicas, turnips, radishes, it's a salesman gig. I don't know why they do it, because there's no way that particular plant, which takes over 3 weeks just to germinate and pop its little leaves up, can outcompete this blend that's up in 5 days and running and gunning for it with those huge leaves. Don't do it. That's my advice. I love the combination plot because it's the same chemical. Deer love it. They're up here every night. But don't put them in at the same time. Sugar beets in the spring, about the same time as corn. And then brassica blend end of July, beginning of August if you're up north here. Fantastic plot. They're going to love it. But don't do it at the same time. This is Jake Flo, the Habitat Pro. We're in northern Minnesota. Get out and enjoy creation, guys. God bless.